going up. Thank you so much. And yeah, come on, man, stop playing with me, bro. You
Niggas in
heard?
my throat is parched.
Oh, these parts. I got this. I got this sea moss. I bought from my brother, man. So we're gonna see what that do, man. I've been trying it out, man. So we gonna see, man. We
Hey
gonna
man,
see.
you could be at a car accident. He gonna be like, hey, man, let me bring you some sea moss.
Yeah.
Hey, he be
Uh,
having me rolling.
yeah,
Just
man.
get the sea moss.
Yeah,
Just get the
man.
sea
Shit,
moss.
that thing fix everything, man. My check engine light went out. Man, you got to get some of this sea moss. Man, calm down.
We gonna
Calm
put that.
down.
We gonna put that in the gas tank.
It gonna
If
fix
it,
everything.
if it crank that gas tank up, I'm gonna buy.
Yeah, man.
He gonna have a major supply for me
Yeah,
every
yeah,
time.
yeah. Hey man, I am first of all, man, good morning, happy new year, and greetings. Um I am gonna start this off just a tad bit different. I'm gonna play something that I just saw on your page, and then we just gonna build from there, man. And let's go with it. Days after they pleaded for the warden's help. The family spoke exclusively to Fox 5's Rob D'Arienzo. Rob joins us at the live desk. And you spent the day, Rob, pressing the Department of Corrections for answers. What did they say? Hey there, guys. Good evening to you both. Well, a jail official confirmed that Brandon Burrell died in their custody over the weekend at the state pen in Jackson in Butts County. Days before his death, emails show Burrell's family begged for help from guards because they knew he was in danger, but they say those pleas went unaddressed. An investigation now underway at the Georgia Diagnostic and Classification State Prison in Jackson. Jail officials have confirmed the death of inmate Brandon Burrell. His family says they had to learn from another inmate over the phone what exactly happened to him. Oh, this is the old one. Needed help. Okay, hold on. My bad. That's an old one.
Mm-hmm.
That's an old one. This was what I want to get. That's an old one because I did a report. I actually did a report on Brandon.
Did you?
Yeah. Just trying to add my 2 cents and some insight.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. So some of this stuff I can't show. I'm gonna play it. Just don't stop, baby. Hey, you go right around here now with him now. All these niggas got him now. It's like 10 niggas around going now. The whole building come out of here now. I don't know what building they coming out of there.
Yeah. Yeah.
They steady busting this nigga. Just don't stop, baby. All right, so for those people who don't know, I'm pretty sure that everybody that's on this line may know what's going on. There's an active gang war going on in the Georgia Department of Corrections. On last Sunday, some individuals that were housed at the uh, Washington State Prison, they took control of the officer. They bombarded their way into the visitation room. After the smoke cleared, you had 3 people who were unalive. One of these individuals was supposed to come home Wednesday. He was 42. He was from Atlanta. He just finished a 10-year bid on burglary. They just had his balloon instead of picking him up from the Greyhound station downtown. They had a balloon release at a park close to Lakewood. You had another individual who was from Macon, who, from my understanding, was a high-ranking GD. His birthday was Thursday. Uh, these 3 people are not with us today, and from what I'm understanding, I did an interview with a kid. Well, he's not a kid anymore, but when he was 14, 15, he was on my caseload. Now he is at Washington State Prison. And what I'm being told is that because this is a high-ranking member of this gang, there's going to be continued bloodshed. Now, I want to shed some light as the people come in. Last Friday, you took a group of your guys, me included, into Macon State Prison, which is supposedly one of the most violent institutions in the state of Georgia. Um, so I kind of want to get your perspective on uh somebody who's been in the system and somebody who is now the chaplain of the halfway house in Atlanta. I kind of want to get your input, man. I know I didn't did a whole lot of talking. This coffee starting to wake up, and this sea moss, this awesome sea moss, is starting to get me live. And if you here's the barcode if you want to get some, bro. Man, what's your take on it, man? Give me how you feel about it.
Well, man, I always try to be the one, man, not because of anything, not because of what I do or whatever. I always try to be a level head in everything that I do or talk about because I know emotions are always high, and we have a lot of people on both sides. You have people that saying this and saying that. As always for me, man, and the most emotional thing for me is that a young man lost his life. Some young
Right.
people lost their life. You know what I'm saying? And so,
Yeah.
you know, um, there's a family that has to suffer double time over now.
Yeah.
On every aspect. You know what I'm saying? And so, um, that's a very unfortunate situation, man. And it's not nothing new to us.
Hmm.
Because we've seen it on several different occasions. Throughout the years. Even when I was in prison, we seen things happen. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So, my take on anything, man, is I think sometimes, man, we can all point fingers. You know, as soon as something happened, then we all try to scream out the solution, or and I think a lot of people always address that. You know, um, a lot of people can point the finger at the Department of Correction and say this and this and that. Okay,
Uh-huh.
there's no perfect system nowhere in the world. I don't care how you look at it. I don't care the success of one over the other. There's never just always successful, a 100% successful program going on. Because you got human nature that's involved. And when you have human nature that's involved, a lot of mistakes gonna be made. You're gonna have people that's not doing right. You're gonna have a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? And so, um, so most time when I'm out speaking kids, I always tell people, if you know a system not designed for you, then stop being a product for it. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to change the narrative by the choices we make every day. We have to change the narrative about the things that we do. Um, you know, and you heard us speak when we was at the facility.
Hmm.
And my thing is always, when you have people out here fighting to try to get things help get things to be a better approach, to have a better situation for you in these systems. Our brothers and sisters have to do better inside the gate.
Okay.
And I just think, man, like, our young brothers and stuff got to start valuing life, man. You know what I'm saying? We have to value life, man. We have to value. It's unfortunate, man. You go inside the system, man, and if me and you go in Jackson right now, bro, we're gonna get approached and we're gonna be asked, what's your affiliation, where,
Hmm.
where you stand, right? A couple things can happen right there. One, the very small percentage, small chance they may feel like y'all like some cool dudes, man. You're civilian, so you just gotta, y'all just stay over in this place here. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then secondly, you may get pulled up on, you know what I'm saying, because you don't have no affiliation. You know what I'm saying? And so, um, the problem I have with that is that when I'm approached 99.9% of people that look just like me.
Hmm.
And so, um, and then now I have to deal with the politics of the system. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, man. And you're talking about a brother did 15 years, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I understand politics. We had politics when we was coming through there. It was just
Right.
some gay politics going on out there in Alzo. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Right. Right.
I don't think, I always tell people all the time, the gang epidemic is no different, bro, than when we was coming through the system, and depending on where you was from, you know what I'm saying? And the way that cats did stuff collectively in their groups, whether you're from Savannah, Macon, people still did stuff. So it's really no different.
Hmm.
Um, it just the politics have changed, and of course, way more structured probably because of the situation of the politics. But I just at the end of the day, man, I have to. My plea is to my brothers inside that system, man. You know what I'm saying? To make a difference, man. We have to do different, man. Like,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? We have to change the narrative, man, because we're the actions that we do, things that we do are just going to make things more worse than what it already is. You know what
Let
I'm
me
saying?
ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Hmm.
Because we spoke to, it was humbling for me. I like to consider myself the mouth of the crew to one degree or another. I come in and I see some things and I speak on some
Hmm.
things. And sometimes I have to be put back in my place. But I was humbled when we went into uh, Macon State Prison because I seen guys who had been incarcerated since since we were incarcerated 20 years ago. Uh,
No, look at that. Somebody in
Oh
the
yeah,
chat.
don't get caught up in that. Let me see that. They taught me how to
Stuff.
fix it right here.
These guys be wild.
Yeah, they taught me how to fix this. They taught me how to
Yeah.
fix this PMT. Baby, I like that now. I saw men that were once full of life, man. I seen them seem like life. I mean not life, but hope. Hope was not close by. And so these are the older guys. They kind of maintain. And
Mm.
so then my without talking your head off, how do you get individuals in that environment, which can be extreme at times, to to sit down with reason? Is that even possible?
Well, to some degree,
Uh-huh.
I think it goes 50-50. One, when when it comes to those politics, that's kind of a lot of out of our hands to some degree, man. Like,
Okay.
they have to be between the homies, the big homies, and everybody that's involved in that, man, to come to an understanding, man, of what they may need to do, man, to calm down. Because you got a lot of guys, man, that they want retaliation, man. But you got a lot of guys, man. They be want to sit down, man. You know what I'm saying? But because everything they have to handle business. You know what I'm saying? But a lot
Uh-huh.
of guys, man, it'd be a lot of guys don't really want to get in there. Some guys be really want to try to do their time and be done with all the nonsense, man. But it always something, you just never know what's going to spark off, man. So you just got to get level-headed guys who are in position, man, to sit down, man, and try to come to a resolution, man, and try to understand like we can't do time like this, man. We can't uh you know we can't maneuver forward, we can't move peacefully, trying to get to the end date of our time if we continue to move like that. So that has to come with those brothers, man, who got a level head to come together, man, try to make an impact, man, try to come to a resolution. Second side, I never you can never put any re- you know well, I'm trying to use. You can never put what God is able to do and who He's able to send in the midst, man, to bring a resolution. You know what I'm
You can
saying?
never do what?
What you can never deny God's ability
Okay.
to send people in that has nothing to do with the politics that can have an impact and a conversation or a dialogue or a prayer or something that can make guys rethink their actions. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Whether you think guys wasn't hopeless, you did spark when we stepped in there and we spoke about what we do out here and that we did time. That's a relatable conversation, man, that a lot of guys avoid. You know what I'm saying? If people haven't never been through what they've been through and understand the pain, the suffering, and stuff like that. So when me and you and Brother Terrence had opportunity to speak to these guys, and some of these guys have been locked up, you know what I'm saying? You do give a sense of hope, whether you think that or not, bro. Because I
So
wouldn't do it if I didn't feel like there
right,
was no hope given,
you wouldn't
bro.
be
I
able
wouldn't
to.
have been. Yeah, brother. I've been out 18 years, bro, and I've been going back and forth side the system for 18 years, homie.
Yeah.
You know, um, you're gonna always have a large percent of people that really love what you're doing. You still gonna have a small percent of people that kind of, it's a good conversation, man, but it's not a reality for them at the moment. You got some guys, man, that just, they just hope. Man, you got people in the real world, free world, that just hopeless, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Um, there's people out here committing suicide every day, man, that
Yeah.
have financially to us have a good life, but they kill themselves. You know.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm working. Yeah, yeah. Hey, um, so um, we do bring a sense of hope, and I think we have to continue to do what we do, and we had to continue to pray for our brothers. We had to continue to go in there and be positive. Had to continue to go in there and speak life into these brothers, because you're talking about a dark space, man. You are a beacon of hope. You are a beacon of light, whether you think so or not. Because there's times I walk in there and guys celebrate when they see me on the videos and stuff like that. I said, no, man, don't celebrate because you see me. Be celebrate because one of your brothers got out and he stayed out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That gives people hope, man. Like, I can get out and do it. We got several brothers out here, man, that, Bob, life sentence, run a whole Walmart. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
GM. You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got brothers who are multimillionaires, life sentences. You
Yeah.
got brothers out here living, running businesses, HVAC services, life sentence. That gives people hope, man. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Right.
I always disagree with people think this ain't it's hope is yeah, you're not gonna you're even when I'm in schools or going to colleges, but you're not gonna elevate everybody in conversation. But a lot of people hear you and they gravitate to it. But your goal is only to plant a seed in water, man. God gives the increase. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Um, I do think, man, like my prayer is that our brothers, man, come to a resolution in this thing, man. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because and you hear so many stories about what happened. Heard it was a diss song or something like that happened, and I don't know. I don't even know the whole concept of it, man. But I hate that a young man couldn't taste freedom. He was right at the door of it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I really
Yeah.
hate that, man, because you know what it feel like to get out that place, man. I know
Yeah.
what it feel like
Bro,
to get
I
out that
was
place, man.
released from Washington State Prison in 2006 after doing a 10-year bid.
So you know exactly how it feels. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. I can only
Um,
imagine if days prior to my release that my support system was prepared for me to come home, and instead they doing a balloon release, man. I just
yeah,
don't wish that on anybody, man,
yeah,
for any reason at all, man. It's just
yeah. I think the only thing with any system right now, man, of course every system get better, man. I mean, it's unfortunate some of the things that's going on in the Department of Correction, man. I mean, I can't say people are not trying to fix some things, man. I don't know because I don't work up there like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Uh, I'm just in a place of praying for that system, man, because I had to have a conversation about the other day when we was talking about Chang'e, and I said, well, I don't know what y'all think Chang'e ain't supposed to be, man. Chang'e was never built that I know of. It wasn't built to be a playhouse. It wasn't built to be. Uh, it wasn't no. We didn't get sentenced to go to college. You know what I'm saying?
right, right, right,
We didn't get sentenced to go to the military. We got sentenced to go to prison, man. And nothing about prison I heard was fun. And
right,
it had nothing to do with the Department of Correction. It had to do with the people that you're gonna deal with in that system every day, right?
right,
You got in there. We got the alto. That was you got there, you got naked, they sprayed you down. And while you spraying you down, this guy's up there really checking you out.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So
yeah,
nothing, that's why I hate, when I get in a lot of dialogue, and I really try not to dialogue them because I don't understand people, the emotions are high for a lot of people.
hmm,
But I'll be trying to say to people like, you can't put all that blame in that place, man. You know what I'm saying? I have to take some sense of responsibility, man, for the choices I make, bro. I have to take a sense of responsibility of what I choose to do. If I got inside prison, me, you got to prison, we got together, we started stealing people, um, breaking in people lockers. Is that on
right,
the Department of Correction? Is that on the Department of Correction?
yeah. You said what?
Huh? If me and you got together and we made an alto and we started breaking in guys' lockers and stealing stuff, is that on the Department of Correction?
No,
Okay. If me and you got together and we got on the guy and we tried to take his manhood, is that on the Department of Correction?
no,
If me and you gamble, we fight over soups and pies. Is that on the Department of
no,
Correction?
no,
If I didn't like you because you was from Clarkston and I'm from Lithonia, is that on the Department of Correction?
no.
At just some point, man, you can't put all the blame on people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we came through the system. Remember how when we came through the system, bro,
Yeah,
it was mandatory cleanup on Saturday. You remember that?
facts, facts.
You got up, everybody had to clean it. And now you got some
I remember.
gangsters in
Then
there,
you used
bro.
to have your own buffer.
I wouldn't that. Hey, listen, I wouldn't that change. game. I wouldn't institutionalize,
just
bro.
saying
Hey,
I could have
what?
swore somebody and said, "Nah, that's Omar Buffer, bro. That's
No, you
Omar
ain't never
Buffer.
heard
No
nobody say
way."
no. Oh, boy, please, boy. Hey, listen. One thing. Let me tell you something about me, home. Let me tell you one thing. When I came through prison, I let prisons be prison, homeboy. Listen, cats be. Man, I seen old cats from like old school have been locked up like 15, 20 years. Bro, listen here, boy. You better not step. Man, listen.
Now,
When they
Texas,
buff that flow home, you better wait till they shut that buff off.
nah, for real.
Play
That's
with
what
that
you
buff
know.
you
What
want.
that guy when we was coming out, he said that man been locked up by 50+ years. Man, that thing hit me in my stomach. Um, but also, so now I understand you saying like if we decide to do something inside the Georgia Department of Corrections, man, that's on us. But also, I was incarcerated. We were incarcerated in a time where there was some accountability to one degree or another. Cause I could do. I remember I tried to steal one time in Chain Gang. Well, I'm lying. I'm lying. I got caught stealing. Don't do that. I got caught stealing. Um, and I went to the hole. I went to the hole, man, and them folks told me, "We don't know when you gonna come out, Mr. Butler." Let me tell you something what they did. Them folks grabbed my attention, man. I got so close to God sitting in that hole, man. I got to tell you something, man.
Yeah.
It is something about water and toothpaste in the Bible that will get your mind right. It helped
Hey
get
man,
my
let me tell you
mind right,
something.
man.
Let me tell you something. And I told you, and I talked about it on my thing. I talked when me and Lil B were talking, man. I tell you, one of the things that was very challenging me and something that really made me even go harder, bro. I seen Lil B in the fish hole, bro, fish tank,
Uh, uh,
bro. And I told him about that. I said, it did something to me, y'all, Lil B.
yeah.
Cause I met Lil B when he first got there. He had been there probably 2 or 3 days, right? And I met him on the like medical floor because he had a very high profile. He was one of the most high profile people there at the time, right?
Yeah.
But I seen a kid though, man. I seen a kid. I didn't see no gangster. I didn't see no. I seen a kid, man. Right. And so anyway, moving on. Fast forward. I was over there working. I don't know if you remember. I used to work the.
The
I
hole.
worked the I worked commissary, but I didn't
Commissary.
work the
Yeah,
whole. But
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
worked
yeah, yeah, yeah.
commissary. So we was taking commissaries. Who said we got the hats on backwards? Boy, this a polo boy. I ain't had that hat on
Man, you
backwards.
can't
Boy, I
put
got
no
that hat
polo
on
hat on
right.
back. That's why I ain't even give you no life. You can't put no
Yeah,
polo hat on back.
I'm talking about with the jumps and all, my guy.
Yeah, man.
Hey, but no, straight up though, like I go over there, man, and so I'm now, mind you, now I'm at the hole all the time,
uh,
passing out commissary, and so just happened today we up on another floor, and I said, we got some stuff left, but I don't see the people, and they said, no, they back in the fish, they in the fish tank.
now, for the people
I
who don't know,
said,
what's the fish tank, bro?
man, it's the hole behind the hole.
I ain't never been back though.
Now, no, you don't want to go back there unless you're going back there. Bro, it's bars and then plastic, thick plastic about that thick. Man, I seen Lil B back there, bro. We talked through the. It's all I seen of. I said,
Mhm.
God. I said they got this kid back here in this thing, man. So I saying all that to say, man, it's like and he tell you he was just getting in. He had some DRs and a lot of DRs, and so that's why they sent him
Mhm.
back there. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. So you know, uh, I remember guys steal and guys get their head buzzed with a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen a lot of stuff. There was a repercussion when you got caught, right? You remember there used to be a thing where, man, just pick out somebody. If you didn't know who it was, just pick out
You gotta
somebody
pick
swing.
somebody out. Yeah, those were the rules.
Yeah, that was the politics of you can't show people you going out bad.
Yeah.
I just swing on somebody so you can set a tone in there. And for some reason, and so to some degree, guess what? It worked, right?
Yeah.
You set a tone, especially when playing. You set a tone in there, you wouldn't playing, right?
Right.
But saying all that to say, man, I just I think in these conversations, man, we all have to think logically, man. We have to think, you know, um, what do we really value, man, when we having these conversations, man? I value human life, man.
Right.
And I understand, man, that when I went to Alto, when I went to Alberts, when I went to Halfway House, that was a process of me getting out that place, man. As much as I hated it, bro, I didn't like some of the officers, bro. I didn't like the system. I didn't like anything, but I knew it was part of the process of me getting out of there. I had to look back, Butler, at I used to kick in doors and rob, man,
Yeah.
gun shootouts. In the process of a robbery, man, somebody lost their life, man, bro. And even though I didn't push the trigger, man, I still accepted my personal responsibility, bro, of being part of a situation, man, that somebody lost their life or somebody was traumatized because of something I did or I chose to do, right?
Hmm.
We don't take enough responsibility. Now, if you want to talk about the Department of Creation and work something, yeah, of course, man. Even when we was in there, bro, and it was flooded with officers, it still needs some things fixed, man. Like, it's not gonna be a perfect system. I knew I was in there for. I knew I was in there for. I went in there for church service, even though they had church in there. When they had school in there, guess what? I took advantage of the school. We had trade schools at Alto, where people didn't even want to go to trade school.
I took all the trades.
You did, but there's
After
a
I
lot of
went to
people
the
that
hole,
didn't.
after I came out that hole,
You had to wake up, right? You had to
hey,
wake up, right?
and they put me in F2. Guess what I used to do? I
Yeah,
was like, they put me in the pot sink for a long time. So I came up with this plan. I died like Jesus came back. Like I would wait to count clear at 12 o'clock, and I would
resurrected,
die at the front. I would die at the front door, and
man. Listen,
they
man,
came in.
prison is not, man. So I want people to understand, man. Prison is
Uh,
not a fun town. It's not a fun town. I
right.
don't care. When I got sent to Al Burroughs, where Al Burroughs was like that was like it took an act of Congress for you to get Al Burroughs when I was going there, bro.
Oh, it was that.
You
It
know what
was sweet like that.
Oh, bro, listen, because they used to have some political people that used to have come through there, right? Al
Yeah.
Burroughs, listen, it was used to be one man cell, air conditioning. Oh yeah,
What?
it was what? Yeah, one man cell, air conditioner. Listen, bro, I got down there, and I'm gonna tell you, this is no lie, man. I ain't lying. I ain't trying to make no joke about it. Brother Shank was good.
The shank was good.
If anybody know what
So
Shank
hold on,
is
you
in
are
prison,
A unit. You are A unit baby too, because at some point in time you was A unit. So you went from A unit
no,
to
no, no. So
Alboro.
no. Listen here, bro. I went to the old annex.
Okay.
So I never been in a. So it's crazy. I never really been in a crazy dome because I didn't have a. I didn't go in prison trying to be crazy and wow.
Yeah.
I went to prison because I was trying to go home.
Yeah.
From the first day I got down there, I knew I
That
wanted
was
to
the
go home,
mission
but
statement. Yeah, that was the
it
mission.
was a bro. I got saved, bro, because I wanted to be a better person, bro.
Okay.
I didn't go down there like, oh, yeah, I'm finna just kill everybody. No, man, I went down there, man. I was scared at first, man. And I always tell people, man, I used to try to hide my Bible because I didn't want to seem like I was soft, man. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't no hard cat when I went down there, man. I wasn't trying to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Because that ain't never been my personality. Even when I was out there robbing, I'm robbing because I want to get money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm having shootouts because of my partners. I'm only getting this stuff. I was a reactor. I necessarily wasn't a person that like really initiates because I still felt bad about certain things. That's why I know I wasn't supposed to be no criminal, man. Because I felt bad. I remember selling dope one time to a family. Dude had a nice family, man. I'm like, man, what you doing, bro? Man, you got a beautiful family over here, man. He
Yeah.
tripping. I'm up there preaching. He tried to buy dope, right? So I know it wasn't for me, but it was a process of my life that I had to go through, man, because I had to experience everything that I talk about it today. God had a purpose. So fast forward, man, like I said, I went to B unit first, old annex. We left there, went to the new, me, Charlie Ward, Derek, and I think Bun, my butt partner. I think we was the first ones going to E1 when they was moving us over there. They was moving all the same day, but we like the first couple people that went inside the new buildings, right? Because
Uh-huh.
we was the kitchen dorm. So we went in there first. I went from B unit down to C unit, 16, 17, 18, dorm 6 when it was redirection, back down to E1, back down to 17, 18. And then I went to A unit because they put me on the front hall. You know what I'm saying? That's what me, Air, and all them, like we went to front hall. And then I got transferred from up there and went to Alberts. You know what I'm saying? So I
Uh-huh.
went from close security, medium security, minimum security because I had a mission, bro. I wanted to go home. And not just I wanted to go home, I wanted to be in better situations, man. Like I'm a social person when I need to be. Like I didn't want to be around you talking all day about that, man. I ain't lying. I'm just gonna be honest. I wanted to be around women talking to them. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't all about just flirting. I just didn't want to be around men all the time. I wanted to be up in leadership role because I'm trying to get into better details. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The first, because they told me I wasn't gonna never go outside the gate on the detail. My first detail, I was on the best detail you go to. I worked at the college. Man, it was
The
man.
college.
Yeah, they had a college down there up in North Georgia it was a detail out there where you clean up and all that, so you get to see real people. I wanted to be out there, and I got out.
Bro, I didn't even know that was a detail.
That was a detail, bro. It's clean up out there. Yeah, it was a
You used
detail.
to
It was
go
like the
to a
bit.
college to clean up.
Man, we used to go to college, bro. Had a ball too. And um, cause Cole was one of my main goals. I was trying to get on the fire park. Remember, the trailer used to be outside,
Yeah.
but then they kept getting in trouble, and then they brought the trailer inside. But either way, I was trying to get up there because when there were two people up there, man, I was finna live my best life up there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I I could have got on the fire department because uh uh Major Austrian, he really didn't like me, and he
Yeah.
wanted to be he the one the reason I got transferred. He said I was too familiar with staff.
Yeah.
So he the one that got me transferred, but I ended up going to Al Burrs because I had a good record. Went to Al Burrs, man, and I was able to, to climb myself up the ranks up there. You know what I'm saying? Got on good details and stuff like that. Because this ain't what you see now is what this type of person I was in there, man. I mean, anybody that know me know I'm not a nonce. I'm always trying to talk you down. I'm trying to get you off the edge, man. Don't go,
Yeah.
don't crash out, bro. Hey man, hey man, don't take advantage of that young man, man. That's a young man, man. Don't take advantage of that young brother, man. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Let that man go home a man, man. Don't send that man home, man, not knowing if he a man or he want to be a woman, man. Don't do that to the young brother, man. Like
Yeah.
I was in that type of mode, like because I seen value in people, man. I seen value in people. Bro, I used to pray for the officers, man. I had officers used to come to me, bro, and having therapy sessions with these folks about their family, what's going on in their life, man.
Yeah.
So I know God had I can't speak for everybody else. I know God had a purpose for me, man. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Telling me about their personal lives and wanting prayer and wanted to have different, wanted me to have conversation about them to uplift their spirit, man. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm grateful, man. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't never had to step outside of being a 10 toe down dude, man. Never had to tell on nobody, never had to none of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? People because they didn't, even when because I had to check a couple officers about that, trying to come to me about another officer. I say, hey, man, I don't do that, bro. Like you got to
Yeah.
figure that out on your own, bro. They were trying
Mhm.
to catch Sergeant Lee. That's who they were trying to catch. They were trying to catch Sergeant Lee, but they know I was cool with like a lot of super because I used to work. Remember, I used to work all your Arlie, right?
Yeah.
So they were trying to pull me in and talking about, yo, man, hey, man, I ain't got nothing to do with that, bro. Hey, that's between you and him. Don't pull me in that, man. I actually told them just like that. I said, y'all must don't realize I live in prison, home. That's your job to do that. My job to try to help him not make bad decisions. Don't pull me in that type of stuff there, man. You know what I'm saying? That's real life stuff there, home. Even when it wasn't that bad, when we was coming through,
Right.
I still knew that there was and then I'm gonna tell you how they tried to play me one time. Oh, you're a Christian, you're gonna tell the truth. Yeah, I'm a Christian, but you ain't gonna pull me in there like that, home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I got these brothers, man. These my brothers, man. Like, I don't want to see nobody go to the hole. I don't want to see nobody get, sent nowhere they ain't got to be being sent, man. So that's your job. Don't pull me in there like that, homie. You can't give me that. You can't give me no food. You can't do nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I understand. You know what I'm saying? But and you know what they did? They respected it, brother. When I
Yeah.
told them that, they respected. And you know what they respected? That's your job. My job is to help these brothers make better decisions. Because
Right.
I live in here with these guys every day. Y'all go home after 8 hours. Don't do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But saying all that to say, man, what I'm saying, bro, is just I had to take responsibility, man. And so when I got transferred from Alto to Albers, like when I'm telling you, man, the food was better. Like it was crazy, but it was a process. You know what I'm saying? And then, bro, I get transferred to the transition center home with
Yeah.
13 fellas, man. The folks told me I wasn't gonna make none of that, homie. And God bless me, man, to get to these places, man. You know what I'm saying? I went to long-term maintenance, bro. I was in long-term maintenance for 3 years. You know
Hold
what
on,
I'm
hold
saying?
on,
And
hold on,
then
hold on, hold on, hold on. When you got sent to the hell, I mean to the transitional center, you got
mhm,
sent to the one on East Ponce de Leon.
when I work at now,
But
mhm,
aren't you the chaplain at that place? Don't you got keys to that place now?
I got keys, homie.
How does an ex-offender get keys to the prison? Please explain to the chat how that's even possible. Because that just
Well,
sounds far-fetched.
well, it's not. It's not. I don't think it's something that anybody explain or even understand, man. All I can say is, man, when I got saved in '93, I got saved, man, because I wanted to be a better person. I wanted to do something different in my life. In the midst of going through this prison system, man, God was grooming me for everything that I was going to have to do. I was a chaplain aide the whole time I was in prison, just about. I was in the choir. I did a lot of different things. I was in groups and classes. I was teaching groups and classes. I was running Bible studies. I was doing a lot of things on the process of playing basketball. Now, I'm not saying I was perfect, bro, because I made bad decisions. I still did sneaky stuff, but I had to learn some things, man. So I left Alto as a chaplain aide, went to Alberta as a chaplain aide. I was speaking to all the high schools and middle schools when they was coming through. When they was coming through, they had me doing speaking, while I was in prison. Then when I got to the halfway house, now check this how crazy this. I'm gonna show you a blessing, bro. And it's a blessing to all my brothers, man. And ain't I don't think everybody gonna have to be a chaplain. I don't think everybody gonna have to be doing what I'm doing. What I am saying, man, is when you take the initiative to change, and I always tell people this too, man. If God bless you when you ain't even doing half right, man, imagine when you start doing right, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
God
yeah.
bless us when we ain't even doing half right, bro. So imagine when you start doing right, man. You know what I'm saying? So I want y'all to understand that, man. Like, I can't explain to you how this worked. All I can say is I just took the mail and I ran with it. When I got to the halfway house, brother, we didn't even have a chaplain.
Wow.
We didn't have a chaplain. So after a year of being there, I got kind of in good. I ain't gonna say I got good because I at the time really didn't get in good with chaplain superintendent. But I offered him because we had a chaplain library, and I said, "Can I run the library so
Yeah.
guys can come down and pray, read books?" Because somebody had got caught in there with a cell phone and all this before cell phone even existing hardly.
Hmm.
Got caught in there, and so at first he chunked me off. Like I ain't opening up nothing. You want to be a library? I'll send you back to prison. Like he snapped on me, right? And then about 4 or 5 months later, I asked him again. I said, "Yo, I really want to support this man because I want to have guys a place to come and pray and do the things they do." That man called me in the office. Bro. I wrote him a letter. He called me in the office, and he just stared at me, man, for about 2 or 3 minutes, man. Now imagine I'm in the office. It's about 3 or 4 sergeants standing up looking at. Now I'm still incarcerated. Check this out. I'm still incarcerated. He looked at me. He said, "I believe you're a prayer answered, bro." And I was like, he said, I'm gonna treat and man, God's my witness, bro. He said, I'm gonna treat you just like a volunteer. He
Okay.
said, I want you to run my whole now imagine at the time I'm in prison. He said, I want you to run my whole chaplain program, bro. I want you to help run the volunteer services, get the church schedule up,
Had
So
this
he
ever
allowed me,
happened before? Had this ever happened before?
not like this, not to this degree,
Okay.
right? Not to this degree. And so and he said, anything you need for that chaplain library, man, you let me know.
Okay.
He's talking to these sergeants that didn't like me, bro. They right there looking crazy. He's like, yeah, anything you need. So it's the superintendent and assistant superintendent. He said, anything you need, you make sure you go up. And if you have any problems, you come to me. Bro, I looked at this like, this man wrote me run the whole chaplain program, right? I'm incarcerated. I run it. After about 7 months, we ended up getting a real chaplain. And man, Chapman just meant it, man. He was a great person. That man became like a father figure to me, man. That man became my mentor, father figure, man. He was a great person, man. Just one of the most solid Christians I ever met in my life, man. And we just built, man. I mean, and at time I'm praying like, I'm telling Chaplain, I'm like, yo, man, we need to get out in these community and speak to these kids, man, about coming to prison, man. And so at the time, Chaplain, like, yeah, we're gonna get around there. But I'm praying about it, bro. I'm praying. I'm before God, like, man, we need to talk to these kids. These kids don't need to come to prison. And now this before the gang stuff, really. I'm like, 'cause these guys getting raped down there, man. They losing their mind. They committing suicide, man. These guys are just losing it. Man, I get a phone. The superintendent called me in the office. And he said, of course, back then, Sarge had to walk me back there. So he said, Howard, he said, man, you want to go out and speak to some kids? I was like, yeah, I don't mind. What's going on? He said, man, I just got a phone call from Clayton Juvenile Court. And man, your name was brought up because of one of the young brothers, man, that I used to rock with and mentor. And he got out, man. He didn't forget me, bro. So when he
Yeah.
started speaking to the juvenile court, he said, "Man, y'all got to go get this guy Omar at the halfway house, man." And he let him speak to these kids, man. He doing a lot of positive stuff inside of the institution, man.
Yeah.
And the superintendent approved it, bro. And he said, "I'm gonna take you out there. I'm gonna take you out there." So the superintendent is like the warden in the halfway house, right?
Okay.
He said, "I'm gonna take you out there personally myself. I want to see this thing work." I go out there, blow it away, bro. And them folks call him back like the next day, like, "Man, we love what he did, man." Because I didn't, because you remember we had regular clothes in TC. I put on a jumpsuit because I didn't want the kids seeing the clothes and be thinking, oh, it's just a good. I put on the jumpsuit, told them put me in handcuffs, right? Because I want them kids to understand, like, ain't nothing about this fun, ain't nothing about holding those stripes, ain't nothing about trying to prove anything to anybody that this is fun, this is cool. Go to school, man. Do the thing that you're supposed to do, man, so you can enjoy your life the way you should be doing, right? And man, listen, parents, everybody was, And them folks like, man, can we get him? Because we have this twice a month. Can we get him back? And superintendent like, yeah. And so from that, they got me traveling up down the state of Georgia, man, speaking all over the place, man. I was on the choir. They implemented our choir in it, boy. We speaking for the commissioner. We speaking for the parole board. We speaking up and down, man. We in the newspaper, like we just doing a lot of great things, man. And so, man, God just started developing that, man. Then when I get out December 10th, 2007, I didn't get out, man, and come back inside the institution, bro.
Mm-hmm.
2009, the chaplain died, man. Chaplain Nix died. And I get a phone call from Heartbound Ministry, man, and she's like, "Yo, you want to try to go back in as a chaplain?" I'm like, "No, I don't know if I want to go back as a chaplain. I'm out of prison now. I'm straight." And but I'm still speaking. I'm all over the place. I'm speaking. I'm still going doing everything I'm doing. And then because I'm a convicted felon, bro. I'm like, these folks not finna let me back in this institution, man. I just paroled out of there 2 years ago. Man, I went up there, man. You know, the same superintendent. You know what he said? Man,
What?
you an answer prayer, man. This is the best thing I've heard. Now you got people that been chaplains for 30 years. Everybody, a lot of people trying to get that position. They want that halfway position. They didn't want to be in prison. They want that position. I'm talking about people that I knew from back when I was in the county jail was trying to get that position. They wanted that chaplain position, right?
Yeah.
I didn't go in there because I wasn't getting paid by the state. Man, that man, like, listen. He said, just like, he called his supervisor, say, listen, my new chaplain is Omar Howard. Bring them keys. I need to bring key 14 up here. Man, man, all type of officers walking up there. Like, man, he just got out of prison. He's still
Yeah.
on parole, right? And
Yeah.
I was fighting a situation at the time where I was fighting the state about a policy they had on me that I shouldn't have had on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that man gave me them keys, man. Like, man, if you have any problem, you come to me. He told his supervisor right there, man, this is our new chaplain for the Atlanta. Now, mind you, he ain't called up and told the commissioner yet that he bringing in a former inmate. I don't even know if whenever he did it, he did. I don't know when he brought it, said it. But all I know, bro, is when the assistant commissioner all them came down there, you know what they did. What's up,
What?
Omar? Give me 5.
Mm.
What's up, bro? Man, bro, let me tell you something, man. That was the most humbling thing for me, man. And what I'm sharing with people, the reason why I'm sharing this, and I appreciate you asking it, man. When you start reshaping your life, man, and you put God in the equation, I can't speak for any person really. I can tell you when I got saved, bro, and I accepted Christ as my Lord and Savior, man, God began to open up doors in the prison system while I was in there and when I got out. And now I've had the opportunity to travel all over the United States, speaking in federal prisons, state prisons. I have the opportunity to do what I'm doing now, man. And so, it's hard for me, bro, because people gave me a chance to give back, a chance to sit at the table, a chance to, man, to be an inspiration to brothers inside that wall, man. And I utilize that, man, and as a great opportunity, man. And I appreciate God opening up a door for me, man, to be able to give back to my brothers, man. Because one thing I don't forget, man, is what I've been through, man. What I don't forget is brothers that still behind that wall, man, that need a beacon of hope. What I don't forget, man, is not being able to tell these guys how I got saved, man, how God changed my life. I can't speak on all the belief or anything like what I can speak about is what worked for me. You know what I'm saying? What I can speak about, what I consider to be the truth. What I can talk about is how God shaped my life and He allowed me, bro. I went through charged for armed robbery, charged for a murder I didn't do,
Mm-hmm.
doing time out of 5 people that got locked up, out of 5 people that was at the murder case, and even I'm not the one to do it, but I'm the only one did time. I had to deal with that. I had to deal with the politics of the prison, and then I get to a place of getting out. I had to fight the case. I had to fight the court because I was locked up for a false imprisonment charge. When we robbed the house, it was kids in the house. The folks tried to make me register as a sex offender. I didn't even have a sex offense charge. I had to beat the state, got that case thrown out. I mean, that policy thrown off me, took me off that, had to fight that. And while all that, I'm able to come back inside the system, man, and do the things that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I have since then, 2018, I got an honorary, I mean, I got a pardon. 2019, I got hired on full time with Department of Correction. 2021, I got an honorary doctorate. 2024, I got outstanding Georgia citizen awards, highest award you can get in the state of Georgia, and multitudes of awards and stuff like that because of the stuff I'm doing. On top, I was able to start my own nonprofit youth mentoring program that deal with that does intervention prevention work. I got sponsors. I go back in. I just sponsored this Christmas 150 kids gift bags and stuff at the RYDC. I got highly recommended go inside the YDC before I never even put an application in, and I
Mm-hmm.
was I was graced in to be able to go speak inside the institution. Same thing you're doing, same thing you're doing in that sense. only because I made a decision in 1993, man, to get saved, man, and change my life, man. I'm no better than nobody else, man. I still make mistakes like everybody, man. I just take what I do very seriously, man. I take my relationship with God very serious. Like I said, I make mistakes like everybody else, man. But man, when I tell you, man, if I can say anything, man, I encourage you, man, to give God a chance, man. You gave the world a chance. You gave every other situation a chance. Give God a chance, man, to change and readjust your life. Just take it serious, man. You know what I'm saying? Has it been a fun being where I'm at in my life? Not at all. You know what I'm saying? This walk sometimes is a lonely walk, man, but it's a great walk, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it strengthens you up as a man. So when we go back inside an institution, man, this is what we're delivering, bro. Hope. You know
Yeah.
what hope is? I was able to change my life, man. You know what I'm saying? Even in prison, bro, I learned how to live. Was it boring sometimes? A lot of time. Was it discouraging? Yes, very discouraging. Well, guess what? Being free has been boring. It's been discouraging. It's been days, man, like you want to throw in the towel. It's been days I want to give up. But guess what? Just like I was in prison, I got hope, man, because I trusted God through this process, man. Not just because I was in prison. So what people may consider a chain gang religion, I appreciate it, God. You gave me an opportunity to see you for who you was, man. I wasn't caught up in no religion. I wasn't caught up at this church or that church. God, you let me see authentic God. And I was able to read, study, meditate, fast, and God changed my life, man. He opened up some doors for me, bro. And I'm telling you right now, man, I could talk about this stuff. That's why you don't see me. I can't. People, and a lot of times people want me to bash. I can't bash Department of Correction, man, because at the end of the day, man, whatever choice I made to get in there, that was my decision. Whatever I do inside of there is my decision. Whatever they got going on in their politics world, I hope that the leadership has enough strength and we get enough office to do where they can manage and discipline, have a place where people can do their time. I don't know how that's going to work out, bro. I can't give an answer on that. I don't know what the answer is. I can say pay officers more money. I don't know what the answer is, bro, because I don't work up in that field. My only concern, man, is get back in there, man. Encourage me, brother, man, to keep fighting through that thing, man. Change your life. Get out here, man. Be productive. Because while we in there not valuing people like brother, our kids are losing their lives out here, man. Our sons and daughters that don't have fathers, man. We need to be fighting to get out that place, man. You heard what I told the guys? Don't just sit in there, man, and not try to figure out how to get your case back in court, man. I don't have time to play politics with everybody. I need to be trying to get out this place, get to my son, get to my daughter, get to my niece, get to my nephew. People got mothers out here, man, that need their help. People got sons and daughters, sisters and brothers that need their help. Get out that place, and if I and when I even while I'm in there, guess what? I'm calling home. I'm writing letters, let people know, trying to inspire and encourage. I still was a father while I was in prison. I'm writing my sons. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling them I'm loved. I'm picking up the phone. I'm getting the visit. I'm still being a father, bro. You know what I'm saying? We can't stop being there. So I had to learn how to value people, man. Even some people that I hated, man, I had to learn how to coexist with them. You know what I'm saying? There's people out here I don't like now. People I work with I don't like. Guess what? I had to learn how to coexist with them, man. So my
Yeah.
my goal every day, bro, is trying to encourage brother, man, to make better decisions, man. My organization called Freedom is a Choice. Life is about choices, man. You know what I'm saying? Life is about choice. We got to make better decisions. Now that sounds cliche-ish, but it's reality, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Things
Mhm.
are not going to get if things are not going to get better if I don't even start doing things better inside the system. I can't expect for these folks to want me to change the system up, and we in here acting, we going ham in here. We taking people's lives, man. We just going crazy here because I just hate that we keep trying to shift the blame when we make the mistake. You know what I'm saying? If I slap you, brother, there's a consequence that come with that.
Yeah.
Simple as that. I can't say,
Right.
well, you stay in Clarkston because you stay in Clarkston needs to get more police out. No, you slap me, brother, and you finna pay a heavy price. I got to spank you. You know what I'm saying?
Let me let me
That's
let
a
me ask you this, because I
mhm.
last week when we were at Macon State, I was humbled by the humanistic aspect of the people in charge. I'm not gonna say no names, but I seen humans that was trying to treat humans like humans, and that was kind of a surprise to me. But I wholeheartedly it changed my perspective because I can get on here and report on some stuff on hearsay and news clips, but it gave me an opportunity to see a man. I'm talking about a man who knew what he was doing and knew how to do what he was doing. And to one degree or another, his hands was tied. But I can honestly say he treated humans like humans, in my personal opinion. But see, my question is this now. If you were in charge, I'm not giving you a title, I'm not giving you a salary, I'm not saying a specific facility, but if you had to change three things about the Georgia Department of Corrections, or improve those things in order to bring back some form of uh, uh, security? What would you do? What three things need to be changed or could be changed that would help out the gang wars and the unaliveness and the just the overall unlawfulness that take place behind those bars?
I mean, I think that's a loaded question, man. I don't know. I mean, and the reason why I say that, man, because I think they have put in some places to try to make some adjustment, bro. See,
Uh-huh.
y'all don't be knowing a lot of stuff. That's just like when y'all be making statement about the church and what they're doing in the community.
Hmm.
Because I've seen you post some stuff like that, and I'd be laughing at it because I'm saying a lot of people that respond to these questions don't even go to church, don't even believe. They have their own ideology. Because do you actually even see what go on in churches? Do you see all the ministries that are in church? Do you see all the mentor programs in church? Do you see the food that they distribute out for free? Do y'all see the rent that is being paid? Do y'all even see some stuff? Y'all base the stuff on one or two situations or a couple circumstances that go on. And we know there's some corrupt people out here. Bro, it's
Right.
corrupt people everywhere in on the earth. So, okay, we can give people $100,000 a year, bro, to come work, right? Bro, because you've been in prison. You had good staff, you had bad staff.
Right.
You had some officers that you were cool with, and you talked with, and you kicked it with, right? They let Butler host programs, host debate clubs in prison, seeing you
Those are
as a
facts.
human being, right?
Those are facts.
When you, because I've seen officers, bro, that I didn't like, man. And I'm going somewhere with this. I watched officer slap an inmate at Alto, and I looked at him, man, with all the hatred in the world. We was in 17.
Yeah.
I just looked at him. He turned around because the other officer grabbed and pulled him back, right? I just looked at him. When he turned around, he looked at me, man. I had so much hate in me, man, when I looked at him. And I used to say to myself, now, that will make me cross the line and forget everything about the church and everything. You slapped me, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. Man, that man became one of my best allies, bro. Cause I used to pray for that dude, man. Cause I had so
Yeah.
much hate for him. I had so much hate for him, man. Because you slap somebody, man, defensively, man. If that guy would have swung back, y'all were gonna jump on that guy, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Man, that man started trying to put me in for the fire department. But I didn't even know this, man. These folks were putting me in for position. When I got transferred to Air Brothers, no lie, man, the same person I'm telling you about. He was coming through for a training. He seen me. He told me, hey, open the door. Man, that man came in there and just grabbed me and hugged me and picked me up off the ground. Like, man, but we miss you down there, man.
Yeah.
Right? So I know people can change, man, because you have to sometimes, man, people come in with their own narratives, man. So if I gave a person $100,000, man, like I can't I can't guarantee he's going to treat Butler like a human being. I can't guarantee that. Regardless of all the trainings I give you, and there's training they have to go through. I can't I can't assume. I mean, I can hope that you're treating people like human beings. That's not always going to be the factor, right? Because you can do something to trigger something in me that make me not like you, or not like your kind, or
Mm.
not like what's going on, right? Things can happen like that. But I would offer more money, and I'm not sure what the money is now. I mean, what they're offering now, but I'll offer more money. Um, I would try to work with the communities of the different communities to try to see if there was some type of um uh like first responders or stuff like that. I would see with the governor if they're like housing assistance to help. If you work for the Department of Correction, can they get a discount on rent or mortgage? Because I know people working and struggling trying to get work, so they're so burnt out coming from home, they really don't care about a lot. You know what I'm saying? They just coming as a job. So when you take away the humanity of a person, man, it don't matter where I'm going. I'm gonna be a person without humanity. So I would try to give some other perks for my staff. And other thing, man, is continue to try to train and assist. So it's four things I want to say. I want to do more training. I would try to find some other way to train. But then as a leader too, you're gonna have to figure out a way culturally to sit down with and this bro, this is just what it have to be. I got to sit down with the people that's in charge inside the prison and figure out what makes sense legally. So now I
Uh-huh.
have to talk as if I'm in personnel
Right.
legally and within means of brother, I need for y'all to keep the guys in their prospective places, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't do certain things. We can't do the extort, man. We can't do it's certain things I can't allow y'all to do, man. You know what I'm saying? But in order to provide opportunities, now along with that, I want to put more trades and trade school. And if guys want to get in trades, uh, I want to adjust the guys like the guy that's getting ready to go home. I think these guys need to go into more institutions that are preparing them to go home. You know what I'm saying? We need to have a couple institutions where if you got a year less, then we need to get these guys transition over to this place and start trying to get these guys' mind transition back into going home. So the reentry process of it, you know what I'm saying? So it's more than three things you really do. There's really a couple different things you'll have to do to try to adjust some things. I would try to correct some of my transition centers and get them organized and get them the way they need to be. So that would mean we hadn't talked with the governor, talked with the pardon parole boards, because we have to get all these threes working together in order to work. We got to get these guys working together, and we got the guys that run the facility. Because there's a reality. You got to understand there's a system inside the system,
Right.
and you're going to have to figure out how to have a conversation with these guys. And I'm not saying bow down to anybody. What I am saying, we got to have a conversation about moving forward. And my thing would be with any big homie, anything like that, man. You got guys, man, that are really position themselves to go home, and they may have a couple years, man. We need to figure out a way for y'all to allow these guys to maneuver. We don't need to have these guys. And it's crazy because it seems like I'm bowing down to no. I'm trying to figure out a way to let you know that we understand, man. Whatever you did has nothing to do with me. We're just Department of Correction. Whatever you did, we got to figure out a way for y'all to get this thing calmed down in this perspective, so we can try to get better situations for y'all. Because nobody's going to sponsor a, 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 a trade school in here if they feel like everybody's going to be taking the weapons and making weapons out. They're not going to sponsor that, bro.
Right.
People are going to see things for what it is. If you show me that you're a tiger and a tiger ain't changing his stripes, bro, then I'm not going to give you nothing. That I'm going to put you in a cage and I'm going to treat you like what you. And that's where we putting ourselves in, man. So there's a couple things I would love to do as a leader if I had that chance to do it.
Hmm.
Uh, of course, like I said, you get more money, but that doesn't guarantee that somebody's going to treat you right. So we got to remove myself from that. You meet a girl at church don't mean, or if a girl meet a guy at church, that don't mean he's going to be the best man
Right.
just because he go to church, right? So you see what I'm saying? So I just think we have to make sure, man, that uh we have to make sure, man, that we keep these leaders in prayer, man, on both sides of the system. You know what I'm saying? And that brothers, man, will calm down, man, and their hearts, be mended, man. And, you know, because that's a loaded question, bro. It's a hard question to answer, man. Like that's almost saying if you were present day, brother, how can you fix the United States? I don't know. I know what I can offer, but that don't mean it's gonna change,
That's
right?
gonna
That don't
fix it.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
I can
So
go
let
into
me
that.
ask you this. Let me ask you this.
Yeah. Okay.
What is one of the biggest issues that you see taking place at the transitional centers that you would change?
Man, it's
And
just too
don't
many.
don't be answering no question that's gonna get you in trouble, because I'll be doing my journalism thing. So if it's just too much,
Oh
man.
no, no, well, I mean, I'm never gonna say nothing that I feel like I'm always gonna be honest. But because I work there, I'm always gonna be honest. I always see the good in it. The best thing could happen to me
Right.
because there's rules there, bro. There's rules and regular. I just think once again you have to work with the other agency, man. I think it need to go back to where it used to be. It used to be a 6 to 9 month program. Some people are there now 2 years almost. So I think we need to get guys. We need to. I think a TC should be like a filter. You're filtering the guys out of there. Like it shouldn't be a long process. Because we used to go to pre-transition center in Autry, and then you did that for 3 months, and then when you got to the Hadley house, you was on there for 6 months, and so that gets you in and out that system. You know what I'm saying? If you leave a person at that Hadley house too long, man, I mean, I just think you know, you're going to cause more problems than you solve. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at the door now, leaving. I get a job, I'm save some money up, then I need to be able to go home. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Hmm.
shouldn't be a long drawn out process. You know what I'm saying? Um, That's just how I look at it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that really had nothing to do with Department of Correction. That's has something to do with the collaboration of of Fraud Parole Board. I think they need to look at that system again where guys was coming in and getting out of there. You know what I'm saying? One of the biggest things And once again, I don't blame everything on them. There's a lot of drug epidemic going on. A lot of guys
Right.
on drugs, man. And so we got to fix that we got to fix that problem. How do you fix that problem? People have to make better decisions, bro. People got to want to be off that stuff, man. People got to not want to be on drugs, man, because they're just disrupting so many young brothers on it too, man. Like it's crazy, man. So those are loaded questions, man. I think when y'all ask people those questions, man, like there's no really, you can't really, everybody, at the end of the day, man, like, my only and final answer would be, man, people just got to get saved, man, change their life, man. Simple as
Right.
that. Because you want to change your life, you got to change your heart and your mind, bro. I can't, I don't think anybody on this earth, Butler, can give you the right answer, man. I don't think anybody on this earth can tell you they got a perfect solution for everything that's going on, man. I don't think nobody can give you that answer. I think all we can do is collectively is try to work together and try to figure out a process. I think now one thing I would love to see the Department of Corrections do is get some people from the community or some guys who are stand-up guys out here who've been in prison and try to put them on some type of advisory board and see how to actually mend this thing together, because you're gonna have to have people, man, who understand the system and been through the system, man, and try to get them to maybe figure out a role that they can play to help these guys, man, understand something different. You know what I'm saying? Butler, froze up. Butler, yeah, I think his screen done froze up. He got that Metro Wi-Fi over there. But I don't know if I gave the right answer to y'all on here. I just would say, man, that keep our staff, keep Department of Correction in prayer, keep our brothers down in the system in prayer, man, and it's easy to be on here on chat talking and not making action, having action, putting actions into play. A lot of people picking up rocks and throwing rocks and then hiding their hand. Nah, man, you want to be a solution, man, then you got to position yourself to be a solution. You know what I'm saying? We have to figure out a solution collectively together, man, and try to figure this thing out. There's no one-sided place, man, for this thing to be figured out, man. We're gonna have to come, but we need our local government and we need our government, man, to be able to listen to the locals. You know what I'm saying? And we are the locals. They need to be able to listen to us, man, and and try to have get an understanding so we can try to figure out some solution for our brothers and sisters inside the institution. You know what I'm saying? Um, we need people of that have a good reputation, man, to get up there and try to make a difference. Yeah, brother, holding me down, move far away and find something else that you love to do that takes it along. And of course, God, man, hey man, salute to that, man. Listening is the key. Step up in the community and take responsibility for all the young men. And man, I've been crying for guys to help out with mentoring, man, down here in Decatur where I'm at. Man, you'd be surprised, man. Like people just don't want to get to that. But if you say you want to throw a party, go have a slut party or something like that. We're gonna party out, we're gonna freak. Man, you have all type of people coming out, baby. You talking about trying to save our people, man, you're gonna have a very small minority of people that want to help. It's crazy. Yeah, I see you can't get back on for some reason. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get out, man. I'm out of town, man. Something to go to help out with the guys in there, man. But salute to everybody, man. My name is Dr. Omar Howard, founder and CEO of Freedom is Choice Incorporated. I'm also a life coach. I'm a motivation speaker, man. I'm a chaplain at Lamb Transition Center, man. I mentor a lot of at-risk youth that work inside the judicial system, man. I'm grateful to have the opportunity to work back in there, man. I have nothing bad to say. You can say bad stuff for everybody, man, but I'm grateful that God gave me an opportunity, man, to get back in, man, and utilize my gifts to try to help and support guys. And I know I've been a benefit to a lot of brothers and sisters that's been inside the institution, man. I want to continue to use my gift to support guys and support young ladies, man, in the system and when they get out, man. I want to be that encouragement to them, man, because I understand what it takes to be in there. I am angry. You know why I'm angry? I'm angry at Omar Howard, man, because I'm at 50 some years old and I'm still working my butt off, man. When I wish I could have did something good in my life when I was a young man and not take that road that I was told about and disrupt my life, man. But God didn't allow me to just fall through the crack. He allowed me to grow and prosper, become a great and a good young man, man. And I'm emotionally overwhelmed right now. You know what I'm saying? So I got sons in prison. You know what I'm saying? So I know what it is in that, man. And I want to encourage our parents, man, not to give up on your kids, man. Like, love on them, pray with them, do right by them, man. Teach them, educate them, man. Plant great seeds in their life, man. You know what I'm saying? If your kid made bad decisions, man, don't beat them down, man. Continue to try to lift them up because they make bad decisions. These kids make bad decisions like everybody else, man. You know what I'm saying? And so even when a person make a bad decision, go to prison, man, that don't make them necessarily a bad person. We have some bad people that are in prison, cool. But a lot of people, man, make bad decisions and they make bad choices and they find themselves inside the institution, man. So let's not give up on my kids. But we understand, as a parent, I understand my son did something bad to go to prison. There's a repercussion when you make bad decisions. I just pray that God will cover my child when he gets out. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why, like, I have a heart for what I do, man, because I want to see people be successful, man, on all ends. I don't have no ops. I don't want to have ops. You know what I'm saying? I want people to live. I don't care what me and Butler May didn't have or we didn't like each other one time. But that man got grandkids. That man got daughters. You know what I'm saying? I want them daughters to love their father, be the best, be the best father he can. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to never talk to each other. We ain't got to never say nothing to each other. But their kids may become great leaders in the community. You know what I'm saying? So I have to shout that out and salute that. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on everything, man. Like, I'm just glad I have a seat at the table, man, so I can make a difference. You know what I'm saying? Um, there's a lot. I'm gonna give you a prime example. I'm gonna leave y'all with this, brother. When everybody was talking about the monks walked on it, they did a very honorable thing. And I tell people all the time, they did a very honorable thing. But we made a mockery out of it, to me, because we went and looked at it as entertainment. We looked at it as entertainment. We want to go take pictures. No, some of y'all should have went and walked. That's what y'all should have did. A lot of people sit back and all they want to do is point the finger and picture and see the problem. Well, no, go support. Go walk. Don't just sit there and look at it as a spectacle. No, you need to be walking too. All the people that come to Atlanta that we be trying to throw rallies and peace walks and, man, don't just talk, make a difference. You know what I'm saying? We can't talk about the destruct or what we think about apartment creation. Let's figure out, let's write some letters, see how we can make a difference. How can we maybe invest our time or pour some as a volunteer come in or maybe sponsor a prison. Some of the guys are hungry there. Maybe need to come up with some food. I don't know what we need to do, but collectively we got to come together, man, and try to find a solution. We can't sit back and all we do is point our finger and say problem this and problem that, man. Hey, we got to make a difference, man. But we're gonna have to do it. We got to do it with the governor, the parole board, Department of Correction, local government, community leaders, family support. Somehow we're going to figure out how to get to the table, man, and try to come up with some great solutions, man, to help this thing out. So that's my take on it, Buck.
All right, bro.
Your picture was stuck, so I just kept going.
Yeah, man, I had to kick myself
Yeah.
off some kind of way, man. But I appreciate you, bro. We'll lock in later on, man. Have a safe trip, bro.
Yeah. I like somebody said, you don't have to be a pastor, counsel, or a speaker. You just need to care and show up. Boy, salute. Best thing they could have said.
Yeah.
Love you, boy.
Love
Talk to you
bro.
when I get back.
All
All
right.
right.